Good evening. Thanks for being here tonight. My name is Wes, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the training class that we're going to be going through. It's possible that when you heard you were going to have to be in an all-day training, you were a bit intimidated by that, and that's certainly a reasonable reaction. Thoughts may have traveled back to bad experiences in school, or maybe even good experiences in school, but school nonetheless. I'm speaking to you from a children's classroom because maybe that's what came to mind when you heard about the class that you were going to be spending your day in. I want to take just a few minutes here, though, at the beginning of this to maybe perhaps set your mind at ease a little bit regarding what this experience is going to be like and what you'll be able to take from it. Because you are, I believe, in a unique position to be able to take advantage of the information that's presented to you, maybe unlike how you were in grade school or high school or even college, because you're in a different place in your life, and I think that can give you some important advantages. When you are in a learning environment in a grade school or high school, it's all about soaking up a lot of information. It's all about being able to respond and bring that information back when it comes time for the test that you're going to have to take. In college, it's a lot the same way. It may seem like the information is more practical and more applicable to your daily life, but in the end, really, in college, you're competing for a grade. You're competing to come out of there with a mark that shows you know what you're talking about, so that you can get into a good graduate program, so that you can impress an employer. You're in a different place in your life now. I am somebody who went back to school when I was an adult. I finished my bachelor's degree at the age of 40, or almost 40. And it was a different environment when I went back and tried to begin learning things and trying to assimilate information from a class, because I had been through a lot of life experiences. I wasn't so worried about the test that I was going to have to take as I was about how I could take that information and make it useful in my life and make me more effective as a person and more effective in what I do day to day. And that's where you are, because instead of worrying about having a test to take later, you already know what that's going to be like, because you're going to know how this information applies directly and immediately. You're not worried about a test. You're worried about getting something you can use and make useful in your life and apply it in your work and apply it to make you more effective. And you're in a unique position to be able to do that because of where you are. We're not so worried about how perfectly you retain every bit of information. What we're worried about is that you're able to take these things and use them every day as you work and as you go about your business and as you do what it is you do every day, because you're going to be able to see how these things apply, because you're going to be able, when I give you a new concept, or I give you a new process, or I give you a new policy or a new idea, you're going to be able to know right away, because of the experience that you've had, how that applies. You're not going to be worried about, oh, I better remember everything he says because it's going to be on a test later. It's going to be something you can apply and use. Now, everything that comes out of my mouth, this may come as a shock, may not be 100% useful in your situation. That's okay. But I want you to be able to hear and discern what is useful and what's not. Because what applies to you may not apply to the person next to you. What is completely useless for you might be something that the person next to you thinks, there's something I can take and I can use that and I can make myself better and more effective in my job every day. That's the goal for this training, is that you be more effective, not that you sit here and absorb a bunch of information and give it back on a test. It's that you take what is useful to you and apply it in your work day to day, so that you can be more effective, so that you can be better at what you do, because that's why we're here, so that we can help you become better at what you do every day, so that your contribution is more valuable and so that you'll be rewarded for that. I appreciate your time and your attention today, and I look forward to spending some time with you.